Hi guys, how's it going? Chris Green here for We Love Betting. Excuse the look, it's been an emotional couple of days. I haven't got much sleep, to be honest. Watching Scotland reject the chance to be an independent country. Make of that what you will. I did get the bet up though before my advice for a yes vote between 40 and 45%. That came in at 3-1, so that's made up for the immense amount of disappointment I'm feeling at the moment. But anyway, Premier League. 3 games, as always, to look at. And one of the things I hate about punditry is people that change their minds pretty quickly into the new season. You know, I think if you've got a view in early August and in late July, you've got to stick by it for, you know, a decent part of the season. And I was pretty convinced that Aston Villa would struggle this year, and they've surprised me, really surprised me so far. 10 points out of 12, which has been really surprised me that. But I'm still not convinced. I think they're 10-1 to go down. It's not the worst bet you'll ever see. They've got a really hard set of fixtures coming up, and you know, big respect to Lambert and Keane for what they've done so far. But they've got Arsenal today. And I think they'll lose. If you try and pick apart their form, and I've tried, alright, they beat Stoke in the first game of the season. Stoke seem to be struggling at home this year. 2 inexplicable defeats, some of them not right there. They then beat Hull, who just played in the Europa League 3 days before. Liverpool last week, who were without Daniel Sturridge and Raheem Sterling. And of course they failed to beat Newcastle at home as well. So, you know, if you're saying try your best to pick apart the form that I've tried there. They've scored just 4 goals as well, so they've not scored many goals, just 4 goals scored despite sitting second in the table. And I think Arsenal are just a much better side here. They need to pick up points, that's for sure. They've drawn too many games so far this season, and I think they can get the result today at Villa Park. Villa have never beaten Arsenal at home since 1998. It's 21-10 to 1-0. I like the sound of that, but I'll just probably back on that share of odds on 20-23 bet Victor to pick up the 3 points here. Sorry, Villa fans, but if you've got a view, I think it's right that you stick by it. Swansea against Southampton is also on the day at 3 PM. 2 really exciting sides here, 3rd and 4th in the table. The fans must be delighted with you know, their starts. Gary Monk to go for Michael Laudrup at the start of the year, and I think a lot of people thought he'd struggle, but so far he's done a really good job. They've started the season really well. Ronald Koeman likewise, you know, a lot of people were putting up Tottenham, Southampton for relegation after losing their players, but a lot of the players, but they've performed really well, and both sides. You can imagine this fixture will be able to express themselves pretty freely and play with a lot of confidence. The fact that they've both overachieved so far this season. So if they lose the game, you know, it's not a disaster. You know, they've kicked off the campaign really well, and you know, I think that will breed a certain amount of fluid play today. So I'm expecting goals with that in mind. There's been 16 goals scored with these sides so far this season in their collective 8 games, over 2.5 goals. There's been a winner in 6 of those 8 games that the sides have been involved with in the league this season. And that's odds against today. I like the sound of that. 21-20 with Bet Victor as a stand here in my dad's kitchen at the moment. 21-20 with Bet Victor. Game 3. This is just kind of gut instinct, this one. I don't know what you think about that, but Man City against Chelsea on Sunday. It's the big match of the weekend, biggest match of the season so far. Chelsea have been outstanding, we know that. 4 wins out of 4. Mourinho's side looking like, you know, Chelsea 05-06 that run away with the title. There's elements of that, but I still think Man City are right bang in this. They're taking just 1 point from the last possible 6, which is definitely worrying. And I think because of that, the stakes are really high in this match. There's a lot of pressure on Man City. And I think if they lose this game, well, you could say that their title challenge is under threat. If you've been honest, I think you'd be 8 points behind Chelsea. So I can't see. they just cannot afford to let that happen. They just cannot afford to let that happen. I think the stakes are a lot higher for Man City than Chelsea in this game, and that's why I'm backing them to win. You know, make of that what you will. They've won 18 of the last 21 home games, and when I'm getting a price of 6-4 at Man City at home, I've got to get involved. Of course, I appreciate they lost to Stoke at home a couple of weeks ago. That was a huge shock, freak result. But generally they've been, you know, exceptional at home. If you look back at their home figures last year, played 19, won 17, drawn 1, lost 1. I think 13 of those 17 wins were by more than 1 goal. So they've been absolutely dominant at home last season. Won 18 of the last 21 home games. It's enough for me for chalking up 6-4 to get involved. They won the last meeting between the sides as well back in February. So 6-4 Man City for me is a bet I'm going to have to take on. It's a huge game. They simply cannot afford to lose this game. So that's the shout for me. 3 bets for me, the bleary-eyed me, this Saturday morning here in Scotland. I've got Arsenal to beat Aston Villa at 2023 bet Victor. Over 2.5 goals in Swansea Southampton. 21-20 again with Bet Victor. And Bet Victor again best price. And my third selection, that's Man City. Beat Chelsea at 6-4. See you later, guys.